Hello, welcome to my blog, Computer Art Man, Jeff Mueller. The first blog that I've ever done. So you have to bear with me here because I can guarantee you that it's not going to be good, but it should be entertaining. The reason why I feel the need to video blog, because I've been writing my blog and my wife has had to do a little bit too much correcting, if you know what I mean. So what I've decided to do is I've decided that I would video blog, and one of the reasons why I wanted to video blog is because I'm a digital artist. I'm a trained conventional artist. My main medium was airbrushing, and I have been went through about 27 years of being a commercial graphic artist, where I was working in the advertising field for a company called Altered Images. I've worked on a lot of high-end graphic computers, and about 2003 I had a life change where I had to get a 9-to-5 job, and ever since then I've been doing part-time digital artwork, a little bit retouching for computers. But as recently as 2007, I've been experimenting with digital painting and digital artwork as far as fine art goes. And what I would like to do is tell you a little bit about that. What I get the most is I get a lot of people asking me, what is digital art? When they see my paintings, I do a lot of twittering, I blog, and people are like, well, that looks like a photograph. What exactly are you doing? So tonight I want to kind of talk about what I do and express and whatnot, and then in the future I'm going to actually physically through this blog show you what I do and the whole project visually. But tonight I just wanted to talk about it. The main thing is what I've been trying to accomplish is I've been working on a project where I had this idea that I would use complete social media, all different types of media, pretty much everything that's available to an artist today, because I feel that we're in like the best times for being a digital artist, or even being an artist and then using the internet and the computer to market yourself. But a digital artist is unique because of the fact that he can create it on the computer, and then he also can he expresses himself on the computer, but then he can bring it into the physical world now through technology and printing technology, putting the digital artwork on canvas. You could paint on it, you could do a bunch of things. It's very marketable, and what I wanted to do most of all is express that to you. Xavier here's my camera guy.
Greetings.
My AV guy. So he's going to be doing that. We're going to try and develop this video blogging format as we go. Sometimes I think he'll be a lot more involved, and other times it'll just be me being boring or whatever. But the one thing that I'd like to say is that I'm really, really passionate towards explaining and getting people excited about digital artwork, computer art, whatever. So the one thing that I did want to explain tonight is that my process. And my process right now is I basically have the HD camera that he's shooting with, and I like to go out keeping in mind that I'm going to create a painting. So the painting starts off when I go to the place that I want to capture the painting. I use the camera. I take video from whatever place it is. I take snapshots. The snapshots on the camera aren't high quality. They're blurry in some cases, whatnot. And I basically then also, sometimes I'll take my Canon camera, which is a higher 15 megapixel camera, take the pictures from the event or scene that I want to paint. So then once I've captured everything, I've captured video, I've captured pictures from both cameras, I come back, I import it into my iMac, and then I pick what I want. Now, being a digital artist with photographic retouching skills, a lot of times I will pick and choose maybe 3 or 4 different pictures from the event, and I'll merge them all together. Then once I've got the basic feel for what I want in the painting, because when I'm shooting the pictures, I'm thinking of the painting, so I'm using composition already, so that it's happening in my mind all the time, from the capture of the video, the capture of the pictures, to putting them in, merging the pictures. I have an idea of what I want to paint. Once I've got the general gist of what I've got in the picture, once everything's together, that's when I decide that I'm gonna use Photoshop. And I basically, Photoshop CS5 just came out. I just got it for myself, and there's brushes in there. And I basically, using the picture as an underpainting, paint over the top of the picture, adding brush strokes and whatnot. I paint out certain things that I want, and I paint in certain things that I want. And then I go through and I look at the painting, and I start to play with the depth by darkening areas, lighting areas, getting things to overall feel what I want it to feel like, and then also changing colors. A lot of times if there's a blue someplace, I'll change it to an orange, whatever, so that the composition works exactly what I want it to do, to bring you in and out of the picture and around the picture visually. So once I've pretty much painted completely over the top with all paint, if you take away the bottom underpainting layer of the picture, which is usually soft and blurry, the painting basically puts the picture in focus, and it also is about 90% of an overlay, only using 10% of the actual photograph initially. Then once I've gotten that, I basically merge the picture and the overlay together. I then run it through 5 or 6 painting filters in Photoshop. I do this because I can accentuate some of the brush strokes that I have even more so than what I was able to create in with the digital brush in Photoshop. And then I use from those 5 or 6 pictures, I only use about 10% of all 5, not of each, but together, to add into the painting that I've already created. Now once I've got that painting all finished, I basically will use social media to represent it and drive people. I post it on my website, I post it on my portfolio site, and then I basically use Facebook, I blog about it on Tumblr, I use Twitter, and I basically create people and send people to the site to see the painting. Now, this is where I'm at right now. I've got a series. I've basically done this with 10 pictures, and my idea is that not only do people get together and network in the computer through social media, it's a big thing right now, but also people every single day in real life, they're going out and meeting with people and having fun, and they go to movies, they go to dinner, they go to art galleries, they go to aquariums, and I basically have gone to all these places and taken those situations, and I've basically digitally painted them. Now all 10 of my paintings for this series have been digitally painted. I've got 7 videos that I posted on YouTube that go along with the paintings. I've got numerous pictures from the HD camera and also my Canon camera from the same settings, and now I'm finally ready to I'm in the process of talking to a couple different labs as far as putting them and printing them on canvas. And once I get them on canvas, I basically take acrylic paints and I paint over the top of them. It's not completely over the top, covering them with acrylic, but it's more like highlighting and accenting certain areas, or in some cases maybe adding a little bit more detail into a face, or maybe adding a little less detail into some of the dark areas, but using the texture of the paints. Once I've gotten that and my 10 paintings together, what I plan to do is I plan to have an overall art extravaganza where I take the paintings, I have the digital paintings, I have the HD video, I have all the photographs, I'm going to print them out. I'm basically using both worlds, the virtual world where the digital photographs and the paintings all exist, and the real world where they all exist. And I want to have a gallery pickup and have a physical gallery show. I also want to have a virtual gallery show, and then I want to basically tie it all together through websites, my website, actual website, and I want to pretty much tie the whole thing together so I'm using all forms of media. Social media, painting mediums, printing mediums, all different types of things to promote what I'm trying to do as far as a digital artist. And the idea is I got to get out there. I got to let everybody know about it. This is a step, and I hope I get much better at it in the future. But in the meantime, for this first video blog, I'm just pretty much at this moment done. But what can we say for tonight? I hope I didn't bore you. And good night. Say good night, Xavier.
Good night, Xavier.
All right.